Yep, smash jump. There we go.
Also,
It's
Ooh, want to become famous? Buy
we want to
followers
become
and
famous.
viewers.
Of course, we want to become
Ah.
famous.
that's why we're gonna win.
Thank
space.
you.
That's we don't need big follows.com. We just need winners.
Yes.
Space.
All right. So it looks like. So we've got
Spazzy trying to keep him at a distance.
Spazzy's playing the Link today. That's his main. He usually is there.
Very good.
And then who is that?
Oh yeah, that's Spazzy.
Okay. The fighter characters are not my strength.
They're the bane of everyone else, especially when you get good with them.
Yeah, no, everyone hates it because they don't know what to do with it. They're a lot more technical character from what I understand. They have a lot of different moves that require a lot of special button smashing that I just am not talented at.
Fighting games are very technical games. If you've ever tried to play Mortal Kombat, you'll know that it's a the inputs are a lot more different from just like push
So I
a button
guess
in
the
a
arcade
direction.
version doesn't count. Because I think the arcade at our local burger spot when I was growing up was about all of the exposure I had to Mortal Kombat. So
Oh, I'm just talking about like all kinds of fighting games because they're all relatively similar, but Mortal Kombat's just the one I played most recently.
okay.
Got it for free on PS
I
Plus.
know on our junior varsity side we've got Coca-Cola, who mains pretty much all of the fighter characters. That's really his thing. And
Yes,
that's
he does.
one of his strengths is they're really technical. They're very complicated, so a lot of people don't use them, so people don't know how to fight against them.
But people like Coca-Cola have been playing.
Ooh, nice placement on the bomb there. But
Very good. He's been playing Street Fighter. Oh, not the words. Has been playing Street Fighter since, well, forever, I guess.
Yeah, so he's familiar with those kind of inputs and draws.
There was no saving that one.
So it's a pretty even match from what I can see so far. They're about at even percentages for the most part, and both with 2 stocks. So stocks, if you're unfamiliar with Smash, are the health. Each character gets 3 lives, and both of them have lost 1, so they have 2. You can see the little heads down at the bottom of their names to indicate how many they have left.
For those of you that are also unfamiliar, those percentages determine how much knockback you'll take. The higher you get, the farther you'll fly.
Then you get Ooh,
Much like
wow.
that.
Threw him right into the stage and back down. That bomb placement was beautiful. I don't think that was planned as much as it was luck, but it certainly was.
Nice edge guarding
He
right there.
really
Not
likes
much.
to throw those bombs off stage. I almost wish he would switch things up again. So in Smash, just learning how to vary your tactics is very important because if you do the same thing over and over again, your opponents will be able to read what
The
you're
worst thing you can do is become predictable. Like, because then you get stuck in a bad situation that you can't get out of.
So it looks like Spazzy has a bit of an advantage. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I think he has an advantage. All right.
There it is. So, yeah, Spazzy will take our first match. All of our matches in the high school league are best of 3. And unlike most tournaments, they do play all 3 matches. So even if you win 2, and that is technically a win, they will have you play the 3rd match as a tiebreaker, so that if we have 2 teams that are even with each other and wins, we'll use those extra points for tiebreakers. So
That's very good. That's a very good method, actually.
yeah, they just started doing that this time.
Is Talon City a comic pick? Yes.
I've never actually heard of a tournament run like that. Interesting.
Where they force them to play the 3rd match for tiebreaker.
Yeah,
And honestly, I think it just gives the kids extra chances to play and practice, and it's good.
That's what we're
So-
here for, is to practice and better ourselves. That's something we love to do. It's a game. We're supposed to be having fun.
Tell lots of game players that.
Yeah, no, and unfortunately in the professional space, fun gets lost a little bit, but
Yeah.
here in the high school
'Cause it's
space,
their
we try to
job.
keep it very friendly, and we try to keep it fun, and so far I think we've accomplished that. Are you back in yet?
We keep Sakurai's dream alive.
Let me know when you
That
go
would be the
back
most
in.
hilarious thing.
Let me know when your match starts.
Give us the old thumbs up.
Oh, are you staying, Spazzy? He's not staying. Spazzy, are you staying with your same character? If you switch characters, you have to tell
I'm
them.
staying the same.
Okay.
Should I let them know that? Or?
No, it's just if you switch, you're required to say.
Yeah.
Especially if you're winning.
Want to stay fair here.
Well, I mean, I feel like so many times our strategies are built around what our opponent's character is going to be. And so,
That's
especially
true.
if you're the winning player,
Alright,
it's just
it's
good courtesy to inform the other player when you make switches so that... Oh, we're going
Ooh,
Falco this
Falco.
way. So...
I There we go.
Alright.
So Spazzy's playing Bowser.
Wait.
Let's do the one on the outside.
That's what next time.
There we go. That's alright. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You're training. I don't have that excuse. I'm just
Bad.
incompetent when it comes to gaming. But
Same.
You've done really well.
I am improving. I am improving.
Organizing all of the students we didn't organize play versus like big.
Ooh,
Oh.
that was a
That-
hard hit.
that-
So,
yeah. That was not pretty.
Boogar from Summon Academy
That's such
is
a great
adapting
name.
really well. This change of character has made a big difference. Sometimes different characters lend better to different opponents. Like, I play Yoshi a lot, and Yoshi just really doesn't play well against sword-based characters. So their characters,
Yeah.
like Link with a sword, I usually will change characters because I'm just not good against them with my Yoshi. So, sometimes a change of character can really change up how a match is played. And Boogar coming in very strong, very aggressive with Link. And I think that's key to a character like Link that has a lot of ranged options with his bomb and his boomerang and his arrows.
But Link also isn't the fastest of characters, and I've noticed that Link tends to struggle against characters much faster than him.
Right, and especially if you're willing to get in his face. If you back off,
Much like this.
right? If you back off of Link, he'll just hit you from afar with his ranged attacks, and that's kind of where he plays
got
his
plenty of
strength. He's got lots to choose from. So to be able to play against Link, you've really got to be aggressive and get into shape. Ooh,
That was a
good
perfect
recovery
ledge
there.
guard.
So, I don't know much about Falco's recovery. Is it pretty good? Is it pretty good?
It's good if you have it has a lot of exceptions. So,
Okay.
so the thing about Falco, in general, so Falco's a so the strategy needs to play a really fully efficient game, or else you're gonna get hit and you're gonna get combos and lose your stocks way too early. You should be a character that has some decent ones.
Okay. Well, we're certainly seeing Spazzy taking advantage of those combo moves right here.
Yeah.
It's really put some pressure on Falco.
Because Falco needs to get in. So, especially since he's so far down, Falco needs to get in the throat.
And that's really hard to do because it's hard to want to get in your opponent's
Ooh, not
face
quite.
when you're that far gone. Because you're just afraid of losing that last stock. But you really have to be willing to get in his face and be aggressive with it.
There was no saving that
Yeah,
one.
that was nice.
It's really hard in general to get in. You know, marriage and neutral air, which you take a lot. It's known for being kind of busted because what'll happen is it beats projectiles. It's just
Really?
hits.
Okay.
It's not like like the same as charge shot. It can beat like a park, like a mid to like pretty high charge.
Ow. Huh.
It's like no, it's insane. It's known for being absolute crazy.
And for those of you that don't know, and a little interesting fact about Link is that just if he's standing neutrally, will block all projectiles. Little fun fact of the day. It's on the Hylian shield.
Well, I already won the 2 sets. 2-0 right now against this Get around.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's input delay, yeah. I hate it. What's a pattern?
Can we see how many people are in our watching our stream?
We can if we go to Twitch, but I usually don't have Twitch open while I'm doing this because it gets background noise that gets picked up, and so you'll hear the other Twitch channel while ours is running.
Ah.
So, but we can ask them. Hey, if you're watching on stream, give us a shout out. Let's see who's here.
Yeah, I am a lightweight though. So shut up.
I'm expecting at least one person, because he always seems to show up.
We've got a couple that'll watch, especially if they know their friends are on.
Thank you.
So,
Alright.
I'll bet they are. So yeah, Spazzy is playing Wounded today, so that's.
He had an
that's
unfortunate
nice.
accident while getting blood drawn with people that probably shouldn't have been drawing blood.
Well, some veins are just easier to find than others.
Mine weren't popping
Mine
out.
are mine are hard to find, so they end up like jabbing me a million times. But yeah, getting your blood drawn and then coming back and trying to use your arms and hands.
We salute you,
Not fun.
Spazzy.
My forearm
There you
trigger.
go.
The thing was, my
Coming
veins
off the
popped
bench and
off
playing Wounded.
so much. Like you could just tell where the
Get this
vein
man a
was
Purple
and
Heart.
exactly which one they wanted.
Only if he wins this third round.
Of course.
So he is 2-0 or 2-0 right now. So regardless of whether we win this third round, we have won the match. But we still play for every point as if it counts because it just.
Ow!
All right, let's go back in.
Ow!
Do it. Thank you.
All
Ooh,
right, we are going
Pichu.
Pichu. So this is probably the
Alright.
first character I've ever, or the first player I've ever seen that played a different character every round.
You're right. Very awesome.
I don't care if it I'm cool with that. That's fine.
I've never been a big fan of Pichu. I don't like...
I tried Pichu. I like the fact that he's fast.
He's very,
and aerial.
very quick.
I really like aerial characters. They're fun. So
Yeah,
Pichu, when I say an aerial character, they have most of his best moves are in the air. So he wants to get people up in the air. What I don't like about Pichu is most of his best moves will damage you as well.
If you take a look at the stats down there, you can see that most of the electric attacks will also do damage to Blugar.
A small amount, but it does.
Yeah.
Blugar, you have one of the greatest names I've ever seen. Except my own, of course.
Yours changes every week.
Yeah, yours really does.
My name in the Switch changes like every week.
Okay.
My tag stays the same.
Good, because I'm not getting you a new jersey every week.
Yeah, yeah. Like a ton of players will not have their names. You know, like minus smile. Like, I don't know, man.
Winky smile, huh? I like Tagus. That was the best one so far.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. It gave me bad time though. For some reason. But you knew, bro.
I have learned, and it makes no logical sense. It's like Lucky Socks or whatever, but there are certain skins that I win better on than others.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
I'll always just... With Pichu, though, you always gotta do Blue Goggle Pichu. It's just so cute. It
wow.
could be taking so long.
It was worth it because I signed it as soon as he said it.
But I've never been a fan of Pichu. Like, he's faster, but I've always just been more for Pikachu.
So this choice in the matchup is probably really good. Like, I get your sense also.
Yeah.
This matchup, all those characters. It's probably okay to do
Yeah,
It's probably okay to go. You're actually
Sorry,
gonna
Boogar.
jump into Let's go Provo, let's go Nebo.
Alright. In the most unbiased way possible, let's go, Provo.
That was a fast match. All right, so Spazzy takes the match 3-0.